BBC Radio 1, and we are just a couple of minutes away from one of the big high-profile returns. All fans tuned in. It's been quite a journey for Biffy Clyro. All fans will know that. Hardcore fans, right from the start, they felt like they were the cult band that were always going to be that way. And those fans went to every single show and tuned in and bought every single record, loved every single song. And then something magnificent happened once they left their first record deal and got their second. The records got bigger, the albums got more ambitious, and while some fans turned their nose up a little bit initially at the idea of Biffy Clyro actually putting some production into their records beyond just being the band in the room playing like they do, more people flocked to see them, more people bought the records, the confidence increased, and they became a festival headliner. They've never once sacrificed their integrity or what they do, all the while evolving and becoming bigger. Few bands can get that balancing act right, but they have done it. They'll do it again. And to usher it in officially, here we go. It is almost 7:30 p.m. and right now on the phone, Mon the Biff, they are back. We teased it earlier in the show and we're about to play Stinging Bell. On the phone is Simon from the band. How are you, brother?
I'm very well, Zane.
So, I mean, you've been through these moments a few times before, not just with us but with others. First time things get played on the radio, prior to release. Does it get easier? Does it get more exciting? How do you feel about to embark on this new part of the Biffy journey?
It's a strange situation when you're revealing what you've been working on for the last couple of years, I guess, so it doesn't really get any easier, but it's still as exciting as it was because you're so ensconced in your wee bubble and you're making the music happen, and it's just me, Ben and James just kind of trying to make sure everything's where we want it, and then it suddenly occurs to you that someone else has to hear it. So we're definitely a bit nervous, but we're very excited about it, so it's killer.
I know you're going to exclusively reveal the name of the forthcoming Biffy Clyro album. We're going to hold on to that little tidbit of exclusive information because right now we're going to give people the music. We're going to talk about this record in a second, but right now 3 minutes and 20 seconds of perfect Biffy Clyro chaos. This is Stinging Bell, hottest record tonight.
This is Tuesday night with Zane Lowe, and it's about 7:30 p.m. and my man Zane is about to put on the hottest joint in the world.
Ekskluzywne, najmocniejsze materiały. Exclusive Zane Lowe hottest record.
I love that, and why wouldn't I? Biffy Clyro, you've never ever disappointed us, and Stinging Bell, why was it chosen, Simon, to be the first piece of music from the album?
I think it was one of the first songs that really clicked when we were recording it. We've been playing that one, in our practice room for probably about a year or so, and it just felt like it represents the record in terms of it shows kind of how over the top the album is. We've got bagpipes and Stinging Bell and things, and it just kind of shows, hopefully, that we're not putting limits on things on this record. We're really flinging everything at the wall, and potentially it might be our last really over-the-top record. So Stinging Bell, I think, is a good representation of where the double album's going.
That would suggest that in making a double album of this magnitude and this ambition, that you feel at this stage, without saying anything of the future, that you've reached a peak in terms of being completely bombastic and ambitious, that perhaps you might rethink it next time. Is that what you're kind of saying?
Yeah, I definitely feel that. I just think, everything works for this band in threes, and the 3 records and Beggars and the 3 kind of budget records and Warners, and we've been able to spend time, and really take, have anything we want to try, we've been able to try, and hopefully we've kind of really mastered it on this record. We've just been kind of tweaking things, and I hope over the double record, I hope people when they hear it really, really love it, but because I really think we've just gone as far as we can with still keeping things musical, still being as weird as we've always been, but also making it an enjoyable listen. And we really want to make the first double album that you could enjoyably listen to from start to finish. It's a grand claim, I know, but
it's not too far off the mark. I mean, I want to give notable exception and all respect due to, the Beatles and to Smashing Pumpkins and a few,
don't get me wrong.
and a few key artists, but for the most part, I think you're pretty much bang on. Double album is something that, most and primarily rock bands will attempt if they've reached any level of success, I think mainly just to keep themselves interested. But secondly, because it is kind of the ultimate mountain to climb. And what were some of the unique challenges that you guys faced on this particular journey, making the kind of legendary double album format?
Like Garth, our producer, who we knew we wanted to work with, he was working on a couple of records, so we get forced to delay the start of the recording, and by the time we started, we had 45 songs, and when we were listening back to them, we just felt that we had more than a double album, and it wasn't a case of
a triple.
Yeah, Yeah, well, I tell you, we did mention it, but the record company weren't long in putting a stop to that.
Biffy Clyro returned with 74 incredible hit records.
Yes, 1,015 minutes of pure rock and roll heaven. Yes, it just felt it wasn't really an effort or a conscious choice to make the double. It was just when we went through all the songs, there was literally songs we couldn't leave off, and because the kind of concept of it, which is each album kind of almost the exact kind of opposite vibe to the other lyrically. It's one's about looking at things in the worst possible way and kind of thinking you're getting yourself into a hole, and the other one is kind of trying to look at things positively. And
those two things are, as you say, they are. I would say that, like you just pointed out, they are opposites, and
they are opposites,
and that brings us neatly in some kind of magical radio segue to the title of the forthcoming new Biffy Clyro double album. And Simon, would you confirm for us and for all Biffy Clyro fans worldwide what the album will be called, please?
Yes, the name of the double album is Opposites. It's 10 a.m. here, come on.
Oh my God, the first time you actually say it to the public in front of millions of people and you fluff it up. Biffy Clyro are back, we can't wait. Opposites is the new album, Opposites, and we're going to keep playing Stinging Bell. We look forward to hearing the rest of it. Have a great day in Cali, man. Thanks, dude.
Thanks a lot, Zane. You take care.
Ekskluzywne, najmocniejsze nagranie. Exclusive Zane Lowe hottest record.
Again!